So, you're the outsider that's been given leave to wander around freely. Name's Hardin. I'm the head paladin of this chapter. I don't know what the Elder talked to you about, but I can't. Are you willing to? As you may have already heard, this entire base is under a state of lockdown. No one goes out except small patrols at night. Most of the chapter has been sealed in here for years. And those few who are outside when the morale has plummeted as time has gone by. And many of our current paladins haven't seen combat outside of training simulations. And all because of the Elder's explicit order that no one be allowed in or out. I don't know. I've gone through our records. The people who are most likely to know how it could be done are also some of McNamara's strongest support, which is why we're having this conversation. An outsider such as the fact that the Elder has some tasks for you means his faithful won't. In short, you're in a That'll have to do. I'd recommend going to see Ramos first. A set of You could also try to find something relevant in our data store, though last I heard Scribe Ibsen is having a bit of a problem accessing it. And if McNamara should give you any tasks, I'd ask that you report anything you find to me. What is it, outsider? Have you discovered? Yes, I know the loss of the patrols has weighed heavily on his mind for some time. That was when I first began to seriously question his ability to lead us. A commander has to be able to deal with the potential loss of his men. It's strange that he would ask you to find mission discs on them, however. The missing paladins were all on... Only brothers sent on special assignments are given mission discs. It's a travesty is what it is. Every second we sit on our hands down here... It's not that I dislike the Elder, but I strongly disapprove of his current style of leadership. After lifting the lockdown, the first thing I'd do is send scouts out to Next, I'd resume patrols in the near vicinity, and begin sending search teams out to the... It's standard procedure when a chapter relocates to an area, but standard procedure wasn't our last Elder's style. Elijah was a strange one. His even becoming Elder was highly questionable, but an exception was made in his case on account of him being a genius. Unfortunately, trying to defend Helios was a blunder of the worst kind, and many of the senior paladins, myself included, that we never did find out exactly what he was. Helios was the worst goddamn...
Your presence here, outsiders aren't even allowed to know that you impressed Elder McNamara, obviously. That's right. Nothing gets in or... Normally, that would have fallen under my jurisdiction, but under the lockdown, only essential personnel are permitted to enter or leave. That includes all other personnel are forbidden to leave, and any personnel that were out there when the lockdown was in... So, you've been talking to Hardin, eh? He's been looking for a way to usurp McNamara ever since the lock... Don't get me wrong, he's a good man. But Elder McNamara has done all right by us. If it weren't for him, none of us would have survived at Helios. I'll tell you what I told Hardin. There have been only a few cases of Elders being dismissed from their posts in the Brotherhood's history. And those involve crimes that someone like Elder McNamara is just not capable of. You can look it up for yourself if you want. I'll grant you access to that portion of the history section of our data store. See, Senior... I'm sure someone's told you all this before. Several years... Our Elder at the time, Elijah, had some kind of obsession with the place, which is the only reason we stayed. That place was hardly defensible, and we knew the NCR was moving in on us, but the Elder refused to budge, insisting that he just needed more time. We never found out what he needed time for. Wave upon wave of NCR troopers hit us. We held out for a time, but we were grossly outnumbered, and they had more men than we had ammo. Elder Elijah was nowhere to be found, so McNamara took charge and led what remained of us on a counteroffensive west. We lost a lot of men and women, but we broke through and made it here. Make no mistake, McNamara saved this chapter. Who was Elijah more like? He was our elder before McNamara. Bright guy, but just between you and... Our mission is to recover and preserve the technology of the past. But Elijah wanted more. He sought... When we found Helios 1, he was like a kid in a candy store. He kept talking about the potential and a grand design. He even insisted we set up our base there, against the objection of nearly...
Hey, as much as I'm sick of Taggart's VR
elder
sessions, I have to
Elijah
admit
was
we wouldn't be combat
technology.
ready
As much as
without
I'm
them.
sick
That's
of
why we were
Taggart's
at
VR
Helios in the first
sessions,
place.
I have the principles of fusion.
꺼주면
You're being watched, so don't get any ideas.
어디였더라?
Hey,
어. 아 맞아 여기 있다. 뭐야 이거?
It pains me to think of the scientific wonders at Helios 1, now in NCR hands.
누구한테 말 걸려 했는데?
how may I assist you?
어? 아니 너
The
아니야.
loss of Helios was terrible, but this bunker is a wonder of its own.
아 잠깐만. 얘 맞다.
Look, this isn't a great time. Oh, what the hell? It's not like we're making any progress. Yeah, I'm in charge of keeping this data system up and running, but one of our exploratory patrols, back when we had exploratory patrols, found it. Well, we finally got around to cataloging the damn thing and got shut out of our own data. Oh, there are patrols, just not exploratory ones. The only time anyone gets to go topside is guard duty, or to gather provisions. Other than that, it's steel walls and fluorescent... Nah, it's not so bad. The world outside isn't exactly a paradise, you know? We've got more than a few people in here who are going a little stir-crazy. I don't have time to think about silly things like politics right now. My main Oh, all kinds of things. There was already information regarding the layout and systems of this bunker, but we've since added our own data as well. Prior to the lockdown, we had extensively scouted the surrounding area and compiled dossiers on nearby points of interest. Yes? I suppose it couldn't hurt to get another pair of eyes. While the entire system is infected, the virus itself is spread across 3... We'll have it nailed down in a terminal or two, only to have it jump to another set of terminals before... You'll need to locate it on 3 different terminals in this area in 1 minute. Locating the virus would probably be nearly impossible. But normally, terminals infected by the virus just display gibberish. But we found that terminals the virus moved to had some real data passed to them. We were able to decrypt the data and discovered that it was just... When you find terminals with those messages, lock them down and move on. Find 3 of them before the virus jumps, and we'll wipe the damn thing. Best of luck to you. I'll tell the others to take a... To maximize your chance... The virus just jumped. Find which terminals it went to. Ten seconds.
어떻게 알아내라고 씨.
Damn, it's jumped.
아 움직였대.
I thought we might have had it that time.
딱히 아니 되려나? 무시해야겠다. 아 근데 이거 데이터를 봐야 되는데.
Did you want to try isolating the virus? All right. I'll track the virus from over here. You just concentrate on locating the terminals hosting it.
How may I assist you?
The virus just jumped. Find which terminals it went to.
망했네. 어?
Damn, it's jumped. I thought we might have had it
하나 잡았는데?
that time.
아씨.
How may I assist you?
아니. 오다 마라. 뭐가 이렇게 많아? 와, 저 데스클로지 대박. 어우, 안되겠다. 야, 한 마리가 아니잖아 이거. 아이씨. 너 어떻게 가냐? 아, 엄청 센데. 야, 이거 미쳤네. 위험이다. 설마 여기까지 오겠어? 오겠지. 아니야. 아, 쓰레은 그래도 할만 했는데.
I serve you, Master?
들어가야 되나? 들어가야 되네.
Welcome to Repcon headquarters. I'm here to answer any and all questions you may have, within specified parameters. I can answer whatever questions you'd like, provided your query is limited to Repcon history, research and development. Repcon's illustrious history began way back in 2054, shortly after the famous Delta-11 rocket was completed and launched. Repcon's initial focus was on the development of fuel to be used in orbital propulsion. In response to the company really took off when Robco purchased Repcon in late 2076 to develop unmanned rockets to explore the solar system. Very well. The tour showcases Repcon. Hello. Please remember visit. Ready for the Repcon tour, Rocketeers? Courtesy of the fine folks at Robco, I'll be your guide today. On the path of scientific discovery.
제일 많다. 나이스. 얘들아.
Unauthorized facial pattern. Please present. Unauthorized access.
알았어, 알았어. 근데 어떻게 나가야 돼? 여긴 아닌데?
Unauthorized facial pattern. Invalid response.
알았어, 알았어. 문을 열어줘야 나을 거 아니야. 무기 없는데? 열었어. 와, 데미지 안 들어가. 대박. 어떻게 하라고. 잘못 봤나?
Unauthorized facial pattern. Please. Invalid response. Perfectly safe. On my left is an example of a mountain of Redcon safety barrels some legislators claim are poisoning our
아무도 없는데
environment.
설명하고 있는 거였어?
Ridiculous. Behind me is our most recent rocket project, which we're keeping under our hats until launch, if you'll pardon the expression. And in front of me is a model. Not actual size of the launch dome we are using to send our rockets screaming into orbit.
카르마는 이런.
Now these colorful fellows behind me are Redcon's earliest experiments in flight. Feel free to read the plaques and learn, Rocketeers. Now for the highlight of our tour. Due to a generous donation from Rodco, this next exhibit showcases the wondrous world of robots. Around you are the incredible icons.
오. 대박. 뭘 버리지? 어이씨.
How may I serve you, Master?
저긴 어떻게 들어가지? 나한테 또 말 걸고
Unauthorized
있어.
facial pattern detected.
뭐라고? 나한테 뭐라 했었어? 뭐.
Unauthorized facial pattern detected. Valid security badge detected.
아, 그거 뭐
Temporary access granted. Please complete employee registration with security.
좋은 모드네. 나이스.
Third floor access is for executives only.
아씨, 안 되나 보네.
Incorrect.
아이씨. 어떻게 해야 되나? 경보 울리겠지?
Mrs. Millett. I hope you have...
이건 뭐야? 오, 좋아 좋아. 뭔가 세 보이는데?
Don't let me keep you.
삼 층 가고 여기 갔었는데. 아. 죽었네. 아쉽다. 하고 싶은데.
Hello, Mrs. Millett. I hope you... Unauthorized facial pattern detected. Valid security...
이거 밤이네. 어우 뭐야 방송은. 라드워이 없나? 아 여기구나. 아이고. 와, 왜 이렇게 안 달지? 어우 놀래라. 오, 한방. 와, 310개. 우와, 개 많이 주는데? 또 뭐 없나? 없구만. 놀래라. 나이트킴도 있어? 와. 들어와봐. 뭐, 저 모든 거지? 미니건인가? 좋아. 저 위인가?
This is a dangerous place, human, especially for your kind. I suggest you turn back. There's nothing good waiting for you
그냥 말
further
이렇게
on.
잘하지 얘는?
Keep saying things like that and I won't be so friendly. Not
아,
every super mutant is
진짜?
a brain-damaged brute. Many of us are just as intelligent as basic humans, and the rest don't really have any choice in the matter, do they? And none taken, since you apologized. You must have heard her radio broadcasts. Though why a human would follow her invitation here is beyond me, unless you didn't listen very. The voice on the radio belongs to Tabitha, the supreme commander of Black. She took control of this place almost 2 years ago. The super mutants here do whatever she says, and she says humans are... For years, Black Mountain was a peaceful community. Its leader, Marcus, broadcast an invitation to mutants throughout the wasteland. That's how I found Black Mountain. So did others, most of them second-generation mutants. Marcus welcomed everyone. That was his mistake. The community ended up being mostly second-gen, not very bright, but easy to influence. Fine until the night. In a week, she had most of the second-gens thinking she was some kind of prophet, and that she should be broadcasting her truth, not Marcus. Marcus saw what was coming and decided to leave before things got out of hand. He smashed the radio. There's a sad story behind that. Marcus smashed it. Tabitha turned him into her personal mechanic. A slave, really. See, if I'd been standing down here, I could have warned him before it was too late. Marcus sent me here a couple of months ago to check on Black Mountain. I suppose you could say I came here as a... But with no signs of Tabitha's weakening and none of the second gens ready to revolt or to come to Jacobstown. Down here, on the other hand, I've saved a dozen mutants from heading up the mountain. It's not much. I have my own reasons to stay away from Jacobstown for a while. Reasons we won't be discussing. So I've stayed here. The road is a series of switchbacks up to the peak. There are 3 blockades plus patrols. And then there's Tabitha's compound. The Nightkin are vicious in combat, and that's if you see them coming. They were created to be soldiers and given devices to camouflage them in battle. Unfortunately, they spend most of their time at the top of the mountain, but patrol the roads after dark as...
아, 얘 여기서 나오는구나. 오랜만이다. 오, 무게 없어. 무게가 없어. 오, 한방. 아, 네임드도 있네. 오, 뭐야? 얘구나. 좋아.
I still can't believe how you ran through that artillery barrage.
잠깐만. 안돼. 돌아가는구나. 잠깐만. 걔네 어디 갔지? 아, 있구나. 아이씨. 가도 거지 같네. 다시 데리고 와야겠다. 걔 안 왔네?
Things have been a lot better since you helped with...
있다. 못 데려가네? 대박. 아씨.
Some nut attempted to kill the head of one of Mr. House's families recently. Whoever did it is either crazy or has balls the size of Freeside.
그냥 혼자 다니자.
Found the missing patrols, or...
홀로그램 읽을 수 있나? 볼 수 있나? 아씨. 그러네. 아, 이거 임무 명령이구나.
Found the missing patrols, or... They were all dead then. But we must turn our minds to other matters. When I sent out those patrols, I also... When the patrols failed to return, we assumed the worst, and sent a single communication to the scouts to hold position and maintain radio silence. I want you to contact those scouts and gather their reports. Like the patrols, they have devices on them that will enable you to track them. When you find them, tell them you're my representative, and ask them if the bears are still hunting. That should get them to talk to you. Return when you've gathered all of their reports.
Our former elder, Elijah, was obsessed with new technology.
여기까지 하겠습니다.
That's why we were at
빠이요.
Helios.